This video was originally broadcast live on Twitch during Decaf Jedi's first year as a streamer. Expect janky video, questionable audio, and the usual poor gameplay. Enjoy!
Hey, welcome to the stream. Tonight I'm going to be playing Democratic Socialism Simulator. It's one of more than 1,600 games included in itch.io's current bundle for racial justice and equality. It's really the best deal imaginable in video gaming right now. Over 1,600 games available for a minimum donation of $5. They've already raised nearly $7 million to help out an incredibly worthy set of causes. Like I said, this is just one game out of that giant bundle. I highly recommend checking it out for yourself. This is one that leapt out at me. I thought I'd live stream it. I'm going to run the link. I think I have a bot set up to do that in the chat that can send you in the direction of the bundle as well. But certainly if you search for it, I'm guessing a lot of you have heard of it already. I suspect some of the audience out there may have actually already purchased it as well. But this is the game that leapt out at me and the one that I thought that I would stream and maybe have a little bit of fun with. This is a blind playthrough. I've really only loaded up long enough to grab a screenshot of the title screen here for Democratic Socialism Simulator. I know that it's a game where I'm going to be making a series of choices about how to govern over the United States as its first Democratic Socialist president. And we'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to have to win over the American people, hold on to office, keep my party in power in Congress. A lot of balls up in the air to juggle. We'll see how we can pull it all together. Some of you may know I'm actually a professor of political science. A lot of my work is on game studies, so I study video games and stuff. Theoretically, I would be, as qualified as anyone to do well at this game. I suspect we will see quite a different outcome than that. I expect to fail and fail pretty hard. So maybe on this first run, I might try to play it somewhat strategically. At the same time, I suspect there'll be some choices presented to me where it will be difficult not to vote with my heart instead of my head, so we will see how it all goes. Let's begin playing a little bit of Democratic Socialism Simulator. Welcome to the Democratic Socialism Simulator. Would you like to take a quick tutorial? Drag this card left or right to answer. Thank you, Simulation Assistant. I would appreciate all the help I can get. So this machine simulates the challenges that a socialist or social democratic government might face in the United States. You can continue or say, ew, why? Let's try that. Well, if you're interested in status quo simulators, you might want to play literally any other game instead. Okay, fair enough. Why the USA? At the time of this release, we see a political opening in the United States. Stay tuned for other versions. I have the option to quit, or I can ask how to play. You play as the President of the United States and the coalition behind him, her, them. Go on. This machine will offer you a semi-random proposals with two choices, like this one. I get it. Some messages won't require any choice on your part, like this one. Just swipe either way. In the screen below, you'll see a model of the electorate. I love the graphics here already. It's a collection of virtual voters. So each voter has their own set of priorities. This person's economic growth, free market and entrepreneurship, tax cuts, small government, austerity. Sounds like someone certainly on the right side of the political spectrum. The voters are positioned according to their approval. The closest ones will vote for you at the next election. Welfare state, public services, universal health care, poverty relief, environmentalism, conservation, sustainability. All those sound pretty good. Each virtual voter has two top priorities. The choice might alienate some voters and attract others. So if you click over to All Lives Matter, it brings some of these voters into a different alignment. And if you choose the correct option, over here, we see a different shift. You click on the individual voters to check their top issues. Ooh, white supremacy listed in there. This doesn't seem like a voter we care to appeal to necessarily. Any policies require funding. Yellow bar indicates your current budget surplus. It could be negative too. Spend more, tax more. Central bar represents the people's power. Right now it's empty. That's a problem you're trying to solve. People's power. Combination of economic equality, workers' organization, citizens' engagement. All the good stuff. Gray bar's greenhouse gas emissions in the US. Your goal is to reduce them to zero. I appreciate the fact that it begins completely full, and their job is to reduce it. Some radical reforms require a majority in Congress. The icon indicates the minimum level of support you need. Okay. You can gain or lose Congress support in each election or due to major events. As president, you can only be re-elected once. Midterm elections occur halfway through. Yeah, that's all. Intro to American government stuff. That's it, more or less. Swipe left, swipe right, pave the road to socialism and such. Easy peasy. Oh, and don't get demoralized if you fail. It may just be a bug in the simulator or just plain bad luck. I'm ready. First day as president. I like that my press secretary is a cool peacock. Have you chosen a theme for your inauguration speech? Hope or political revolution? So if I take it over here to political revolution, I send some people way to the back, and I move some of my supporters a little closer. Hope seems to move everyone up. Let's try hope. We'll start off a little conservatively here. What would you like your inauguration ceremony to be? Humble or lavish? Definitely humble. So many proposals, so little time. Okay. To your earliest convenience, here's the draft for the Pentagon budget. Nothing new, only needs a rubber stamp. Let's re-examine it. Budget item, Space Force, brand new branch, still figuring out its purpose. Very promising. So nobody's excited if we keep Space Force and the electorate down at the bottom of the screen. We gain a good bit of our budget back and appeal to a few voters if we cut. I think that is bad news for Space Force. Sorry, Steve Carell. Body cameras on all police officers. More oversight, more reality TV about cops. Gimmicky. Buy them. Okay, it costs a little bit of money, but seems to make a lot of voters happy and seems like a good way to provide oversight. From our tech guru here that looks like a mouse dressed in a Steve Jobs turtleneck. We'll say buy them. I shouldn't even tell you this, but legalize pot. Says a Black Panther civil rights leader. Or pie? Or done? Ooh, look at all that revenue from legalizing pot. All that sweet, sweet tax money coming in. I think we're doing it. We also got to get people with marijuana-related convictions out of jail. Done? That upsets a few law and order-minded people. But let's make that happen. Also got to invest in all the new revenues into the communities fucked over by the war on drugs. No, my precious. Yeah, let's help out some of those communities. Let's not create another big tobacco. Co-ops for marijuana business. Labels, health standards. Laissez-faire. I think this is the right call. I like the union leader again. Very cute character design. Cash-strapped cities rely on fines and fees. They disproportionately target minorities and fuel mass incarceration. We need money, or we can change that. I'm losing a lot of those law and order people, but I think I'm impressing the people I'm guessing are maybe more justice-oriented there at the front. Let's see. Fighting crime and terrorism, security, military strength. Back it up. Here we go. Then these people up front. Yeah, social justice, civil rights sort of stuff. Let's take a closer look at those fees. Supreme Court is still dominated by old conservatives and threatens to overturn your policy. Should we reform it? Impossible. How? can add 2 new seats to rebalance the Supreme Court. The Republicans turned into a partisan body. Let's take it back. It won't pass, maybe later. So right now I'm guessing I don't have the support to make this happen. That's a pretty radical, but certainly not an unprecedented course of action. And by the way, if you're watching along, feel free to offer your own suggestions along the way. I'm open to input, like any good president should be. Let's see what other ideas are on the table. We can limit the Supreme Court justices' tenure. Each president appoints 2 members, which replace the most senior ones. Amend the Constitution. Surely we couldn't get a congressional amendment passed. But it might be fun to see what happens. Let's amend the Constitution. For a swift transition to renewables, we need to create a new agency, a Power Marketing Administration. So we could do market solutions only. Let's try to just eat up a little more of that budget. Can't believe we are still fighting for abortion access. Please, can you fully fund Planned Parenthood? So we have a few people that sends way to the back. But I trust my healthcare advisor, the rhinoceros. I think it's the right call. Having trouble connecting with Christians? Visit the Pope. He is a crypto-leftist, after all. No gods, no masters. But let's go. Where's the harm in meeting with the Pope? That's a very presidential kind of thing to do. To impress the Pope, you should casually drop a cool verse from the Bible. Ooh, I don't know either of these. But this one seems to make the social justice-minded people a little happier. Let's try Matthew 21, verses 12 and 13. Is it Christmas already? What are you going to say in your video message? Oh, this hits people hard. Happy holidays. Or Merry Christmas. I like that we have this person who's like, entire political compass relies on the answer to this question. This person right here, watch them go back and forth. Whoom, whoom, this matters to me so much. We have more jobs, more free time. Mandate a 35-hour work week. Any extras, overtime. Definitely. Provide a swift pathway to citizenship for the millions of undocumented immigrants in America. Sounds reasonable. Imagine a 0.5% tax on every financial transaction. Would limit speculation and raise a lot of revenue. That gives us a lot of budget back. Study by the Friedman Free Market Institute. The financial transaction tax is a tax on your savings, says the New York Times. Gotta appease the Christmas archy. That's exactly right. Okay. That Confederate statue controversy is blowing up again. What's our statement? This is timely for a game that came out a few months ago. Add a plaque. Does that. We are going to take it down. What should they erect instead? Slave memorial? That upsets that one voter very much. Or abstract art. Should we keep building the wall? We're like 13% done, says our immigration advisor, a flamingo. I'm going to say here, this looks like a pretty easy choice. We will stop the madness. Decarbonizing industries is tragically unprofitable. We need a carrot. I have only sticks for you, shark lobbyist. Here's a carrot. So that takes a little bit out of our budget, but it's our first move that looks like it has a real impact on carbon emissions. Let's give it a try. Series of visionary solutions to global warming. Do you want to hear our pitches? Why not, tech guru? When has Silicon Valley ever led anyone astray? We cool the Earth by spraying aerosols into the stratosphere, same as a couple of big volcanoes. I'm pretty sure that's how we got the hole in the ozone layer, right? I don't like the sound of that one. We demand police accountability. There must be criminal liability for serious police misconduct. Definitely. Damn those trade agreements. They let corporations ship jobs abroad and screw up American workers. We benefit from them. We'll renegotiate them. Oh, interesting. Trade agreement renegotiation lowers our budget and it increases our carbon emissions. Maybe we'll keep those around? Have you seen that Star Trek episode in which they have an automatic voter registration? Technically impossible, but let's do it. More participation in the system's always a good thing. Oh, look at our housing advisor. He's a turtle. He wears his house on his back. Is it time to tackle the housing crisis? Tackle! We propose a big trust fund to create millions of affordable housing units. No ghettos, no red lines. Okay, that gives us a lot of people power, but it eats some budget. Playing with my heart here. I think we have to do it. We overturn the Muslim ban. Xenophobic, kind of unconstitutional. Easy enough. We'll let our immigration advisor. The lovey-dovey immigration policies are quite unpopular. Can I help you find the right balance? The New Pork Times asks, what did you mean by winning the class war? Classes in bourgeoisie and proletariat? Or classes in style and fashion? What does this do to people? That makes some people very happy. Oh, this makes some people very angry. Bourgeoisie, proletariat. Motion to cancel the student debt affecting millions of Americans. Just give it a shot. We have failed a generation. Debt is a major crisis that we can end immediately. That's my money. Cancel all debt. Ooh, that eats the budget. Makes everybody happy. Gives us a lot of people power. Nobody likes paying student loans. Nuclear arsenal modernization. Great power warfare is obsolete in the 21st century. I say we cut it, recoup some of that budget. Gun nuts hate you. Let's enjoy some recreational shooting. So I can take these people that don't like me at all and have them only slightly dislike me. Don't think it's worth it. They're not voting for me either way. Financial stability oversight council detected an explosive growth of leveraged lending and collateralized loan obligations. What? Banks are lending money to heavily indebted companies. The high-risk loans are then repackaged and resold. Very 2008. Good year for indie music, but also the global financial crisis. A good year. OMG, we're still subsidizing oil exploration. Isn't that so 20th century? Good polar bear environmentalist. Still need oil. Stop the subsidies. Yeah. Get a little money back. Reduce global warming a little. Not bad. Weird, the estate tax is full of loopholes. It's almost like it's designed by very wealthy people. What can... It's all jargon to me, or close the loopholes. Oh, look at that. That budgetary difference. Oh, I can't say no to that. It will upset one of my supporters, but... Oops. I think I can win this guy back. It's a world peace, internationalism, global justice kind of person. Also very much a free marketing kind of person. I'll catch him on a later policy. Sorry, pal. Money's too good to resist. Ooh! Breaking news from Fox News. Reported by Fox. The death tax deserves to die. Americans brace for the latest expropriation. Hope everyone's doing well out there. If you're just joining the stream, this is Democratic Socialism Simulator. It's part of the itch.io bundle for racial justice and equality. It's one of 1,600 games. 1,600 games. Available for a minimum donation of $5. If you just Google itch bundle, you will find it very easily. Yeah, tons of great games in this bundle. Lots of games I'm looking forward to playing, several of which I imagine I'll end up streaming. This is one that caught my eye. The bundle only has a day left. If you're thinking about doing it, the money goes to a great cause. I believe it goes to some of the National Bail Funds and the NAACP. Lots of games for a really worthy cause. This is just one of many. So I encourage you to check it out. But right now, we have to figure out whether or not we should withdraw U.S. troops from Iraq. They want us out. No, we call the shots. Withdraw. Surely you're aware that leaving Iraq would jeopardize our presence in the whole region. ISIS might surge. We out of there. Oh, our treasurer's a squirrel. We have an extravagant budget surplus. When the bar is full, the extra money goes to a new sovereign wealth fund. And it's used to buy shares in existing companies. Basically, we slowly and legally socialize the means production. Sorry to interrupt, the constituents are anxious. Will you push for Medicare for all? We don't care for all. Health, yeah. You could establish a single-payer health plan. The government covers all the bills. Simpler, less wasteful, just lovely. I have the numbers in Congress right now to do it. That scares a few of my more economically conservative folks and cuts into my budget, but people power, making my rhinoceros healthcare advisor happy. How can I say no? Fox News says socialized healthcare is actually slavery. The lobbyist says nice economy you have right there. Be a shame if something happened to it. That's a threat. Of course not, but all these taxes and regulations are pissing off Wall Street. We're playing with fire, comrade. It's my mandate. You seem a little stressed. You should pick up a sport and show people how you're not all work and no play. Playing golf is going to make some of these free market types a little happier. Basketball makes that one guy happier. Why not go with golf? I'm going to assume it's mini golf though, because that's way cooler. I'm going to pick a purple ball. Polls are clear. We need a pet in the White House. Oh, people care about this. Let's go with cat. North Korea tested another ballistic missile. The country is engulfed with happiness, according to their state press. Tweet a threat or ignore. Ooh, I hate that those are my options because foreign policy by Twitter is deeply problematic on any number of levels. I don't think Metternich would have been a big fan of it. But ignoring North Korea testing a nuclear missile, let's tweet a threat. Oh, I don't like threats though. We're ignoring. 3 months of paid paternal leave for everyone. It's an extra 1.6 a week in payroll taxes. No excuses. Good investment. Let's recognize non-binary identities. We got a third gender option, all government documents bold. Absolutely. Well, since there are more than 3 genders, we're now having a heated debate over the official label. Queer or non-binary? Redistricting time. I was thinking, why don't we hire Jerry Salamander to redraw the electoral districts in our favor? Gerrymander everything. Wow, a lot of people like the idea of gerrymandering. I guess the idea is it makes our entire electorate more favorably disposed to us because we've rigged the electoral districts. But that's unfair. The midterm elections are upon us. I'm a bit nervous. I maintain the same number of seats in Congress. It's encouraging.
Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! For the union makes us strong.
I love it. Maybe we should tax the middle class a bit more. By middle class, I mean everybody. Oh, that's a shocker. Nobody likes the idea of being taxed more. Let's take that budget surplus. I got radicalized at an academic conference. Same. It's time to open our borders. They exist only to protect our colonial privilege. Ooh, man, that upsets some people. I do tend to trust anything I hear at an academic conference. Jacqueline magazine. The left must keep lefting. My friend, please don't go to the karaoke fundraiser for the Fraternal Order of Police. What if we rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement? It's not for real, but it's a nice gesture. Paris, we are back. Poor people on trial rely on public defenders. Guess what? They're underfunded, so folks end up with shitty pleas. Even those accused of crimes deserve proper representation. That is something our country is built on. Corporations and billionaires are moving their wealth to offshore tax havens. I have a plan to stop them. I'm listening. To curb evasion, all countries should automatically exchange tax information. Let's do it. Biggest tax haven is the U.S. Let's help other countries investigate their citizens hiding wealth here. No, we want their money. Fair enough. Let's invest in solar power plants, says our energy advisor and electric guild. What if it's cloudy? No sun. Farmers got heaps of land. With a little help, we can grow energy alongside crops. Budget's taking a little bit of a hit. I can't say no to a big blue cow. Budget item, F-22 and F-15 fighter jets. Obsolete but cool looking. More of a job creation program, to be honest. Very cool. Defund them, or very cool. Doesn't look like it hits our budget too hard. Defunding them actually does upset some voters. Create some jobs. Thought about a gift to bring to the ambassador's swearing-in ceremony? An antique gun? Or a pet eagle? Really, neither of those is terribly responsible. I'm gonna go pet eagle. Your pro-labor agenda convinced millions of working-class non-voters to get back to party politics. The voters' top priority changed. Oh wow, so you can actually begin to affect some of the political culture of the country as you make these decisions. That's interesting. I like that layer. As someone who teaches classes about... Boy, that's loud. As someone who teaches classes about politics and video games, this seems like a very teachable kind of game. Be curious to hear what students would want to write about it. Switzerland's refusing to comply with tax transparency agreements. Seems like they're sovereign, right? Turbines everywhere. Let us get with the wind. Oh man. That takes us way into the red on the budget. I don't know if we can afford to do wind and solar unless we find some cuts somewhere else. Let's hope there are more cuts coming up. Spain exceeds revenue. It makes me nervous. Me too. Batch of leftist candidates are challenging our party incumbents. Don't endorse them. Unity. Any political party that can't handle challenges to its authority is no political party at all. I'll endorse them. DARPA thanks the administration for the continued support of the Super Soldier program. What's that? Weaponized posthumanism, unkillable sleepless soldiers, animal-like enhancements, vitamins. Oh wow, those people really like that, huh? They're funding that. That'll actually put me back in a deficit. It'd be cool to have a manimal-type super soldier, but not today. Task Force for Graffiti and Littering. It doesn't address crime, but it lowers the perception of crime, says our press secretary. Graffiti's art. Tax house flippers. Add a penalty for empty homes. Give tax breaks to the folks who are being priced out of their hoods. Unpopular. Let's do it. Ooh. Student loan cancellation primarily benefited the middle class. You better have something for workers, too. These solar panels have dust. More jobs. The Newport Times. A party divided. Meme-willing millennials unseat venerable centrists. So what are you going to wear to tomorrow's rally? Wear a suit. Geothermal energy. Less iconic and competitive than other renewables, but still pretty clean. Wowzers, geysers. Makes a lot of people happy. Costs us a little money. Lowers global warming. Wind turbines are literally killing all the birds, I read on the internet. That is propaganda. Or fund bird sanctuaries. There's no harm in funding a bird sanctuary. The Green New Deal is killing legacy industries. It's a coal miner guy. Let's make sure workers aren't screwed over as usual. Usually with this sort of option, it seems like the game gives us another chance to back out. Let's hear what they have to say. We've laid off fossil fuel workers 5 years of their former salary. So that is a lot. 5 years.
For the union makes us strong.
That is a lot. Oh, I guess that's the end of that discussion. Aircraft carriers. No other country has more than 2. We have 11. Be like a 12th just to be sure. Cut down to 6. Well, America's been neglected by the Democrats, but there's a lot we can do there. Let me help you. It's a lost cause, wow. Join the team. Farming's gotten get bigger, get out your deal. Bust the monopolies and we'll all be merry. Break them up? Hell no. Dow Jones plunges 800 points, proof that socialism doesn't work. Investors are avoiding the financial transaction tax by trading abroad. We need to coordinate internationally. Nothing we can do? Call the EU. Native American tribe is suing the State Department for authorizing an oil pipeline on their land. Controversial. We have treaties there that we need to respect. This is so embarrassing. I want to kill myself. We have to reroute that pipeline and pay reparations. Reroute it. Please, a comment about the blackface incident. I'm outraged. Climate change is a threat multiplier for us. Instead of paying the DoD budget, we can shift some funding. Intriguing. Tell me more. Green programs are deeply unpopular among conservatives. We can try militaristic rebranding. Oh, so... suggested this is a security move. Critical security studies suggest that framing any sort of political issue as an existential crisis allows for extraordinary behavior among key decision makers. So, if we securitize climate change, the likelihood that members of Congress and other important decision makers would take what would otherwise be seen as radical steps to address an existential threat would suggest that a militaristic rebranding might be the kind of thing that could spur real meaningful action. But also it seems creepy to like put the army in charge of the environment. Imagine how fun it would be to have a class with me. Let's hear more. Yeah, hey, let's brainstorm. I'll start. Full spectrum renewable power. The war on carbon. A strategic command for Homeland Transit. Joint offensive. Joint offensive on plastic threats. Clean Air Defense Force. The possibilities are endless. Deal. Redirect funds. Oh, that really knocks back the global warming a little bit. Let's do it. Y'all gotta support organic farming. Make it real and cheap, not just an uppity brand. Economic development package. Cash and near cash incentives. Boy, that helps a lot of people out. Seems to be a little bit into the red. Yo, let's establish a progressive tax on extreme wealth. Only affect the 0.1% and raise trillions. Damn right. Billionaires will be taxed at the same rate as middle-class homeowners. How unjust. Black budget. It's a secret. What?
For the union makes us strong.
Do tell me. Cut that junk. Crisis on Wall Street. Markets plunge. Investors run to safety. Leveraged lending and CLOs most likely culprit. Yes, a handful of banks are solely responsible for this financial crisis, but they're too big to fail. Bail them out. Something tells me if I allow the banks to fail, it's going to be a game over. Let's bail them out. I destroyed lives. Did I deserve to get this golden parachute? Presidential elections are here. Will you get a second term? Ooh. Feel like I will. That looks like I've got most of the electorate up here. Let's see what happens. Been re-elected but lost a few seats in Congress. Okay. Second term. still in office with a slimmer majority. We may not be able to pass some bills. Oh, I dream of publicly funded elections. Voters supporting their candidates with tax-paid democracy vouchers. That sounds like the creepiest thing ever. Wait. Okay, wait, no, I think I misread that. So publicly funded elections. Decommodify finance. We create a public payment system and make everyday digital transactions basically free. Public PayPal. I hate smart gadgets. We need a smart grid to increase efficiency and adapt to renewables. We have to eventually get the carbon emissions down, and this is a decent little dip. Let's hope we get some budget back elsewhere. The IRS has been gutted. If we want to recover lost revenues, we need to fund it more. Make healthcare completely free at the point of service. No bills, no co-payments, a dream. And we will make people co-pay. Ooh, I don't know if we can handle that dip in the budget. Let's keep co-pays for now. I don't love it, but feels like a compromised position. Fossil fuel workers get priority job placement in Green New Deal projects. Yeah, we can do that. Invest in energy storage. Let's invest. Put pressure on our trading partners. A fee on imported goods that we deem pollution intensive. Sounds protectionist. I like that. Carbon tax is a beautiful way to make polluters pay and incentivize a transition. I love it. I love it too. But some of the voters do not. Austria is on strike. Investors dump assets, stocks dip down, retirement funds lose values, grandmas get upset. Bad reputation among elites. Befriend a billionaire. Some of them are decent people. Nah, I'm not doing that. 2 million Americans at risk of eviction. Give them tenant protections and support in court. Public housing has a bad rep because the projects are underfunded. What are you going to do? We're going to fund them at significant cost. Increase subsidies for residential solar panels. Ooh, man. It goes a long way toward taking care of our carbon emissions. Let's prove it. We'll allow people to sell the excess energy with smart meters. Byzantine are approved. Approved! And the solar panels are made in the USA. I don't care if the Chinese ones are cheaper. I'll keep some jobs here. Question, you once said billionaires should not exist. Figuratively or literally? I really love some of these questions that are being posed. We're updating a lot of equipment. We can pass it to police departments for cheap. They love our cool toys. What does it do if I... Yeah, those Law and Order people go way up. Nah, we don't need militarized police forces. Speaking of, we must further demilitarize police so they don't feel like they're occupying force in our communities. They are. Nah. Reading about Victory Gardens, I was like, let's grow produce in the lawns of suburbia. Lawns are untouchable, or let's promote that. Ooh, that accomplishes one of my goals. We're in deficit, only Republicans are allowed to blow big holes in the budget. We're the responsible ones. Our healthcare plan could cover long-term care, mental health, and substance abuse. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, that's a big bit of money, but can't say no to it. Go after the corporations that enabled it. Half of Amazon workers are being replaced by robots. The other half are paid peanuts. We are shutting this down. Amazon workers on strike. Our annual shopping rides are in jeopardy. An offer you can't refuse. Give us a few tax-exempt development zones and we'll start new businesses. Ooh, it adds pollution, costs money. Uh-oh. Some Democrats are joining the Republicans. Is the wealth tax constitutional? Some billionaires don't think so. We're printing money like the Weimar Republic here. Please try to contain the deficit. What if we tax capital gains from stocks at the same rate as income? Won't pass, maybe later. 500,000 Americans live in the street. House them and the rich folks will stop complaining about them. Ooh, I'm gonna go broke here. You pay for it. Amazon workers are occupying warehouses now. They're wrecking the whole economy. Send the cops or let's negotiate. We demand living wages, bare benefits, and a plan to put Amazon under public ownership within 10 years. Sounds reasonable. Is not reasonable. That's a compromise or socialize Amazon. Oh man. Let's do it. You can gradually buy Amazon stocks and put workers' representatives on the board of directors. Pricey, priceless. Buy the means or seize the means? Does that just mean we grab Amazon? Raise taxes on corporations that have obscene pay gaps? Yes, invest in workers. We detected subversive activity. Advise you to increase funding for the Secret Service. It's for your personal safety. Oh. Wasteful. Be like Teddy Roosevelt. Take a bullet and keep on going. The dapper Nazi. Economic anxiety and radical reforms are making the far right cool again. Is that the actual headline about the Richard Spencer piece the New York Times read? It's not far off from it, but yeah. Sued opioid giant files for bankruptcy. We are scapegoats. Fiery riots ignited by gas prices. Oh man. National Guard is ready to quash some riots whenever you want. We're headed for inflation. Folks hate when their money loses value. Cut the deficit now. Many viable businesses are shutting down due to the economic crisis. We bow to the inscrutable will of the market. Workers should have first rights on buying out a company that's being dissolved. Investors are panicking. Jobs and revenue take a hit. Oh, things aren't looking great. I guess we could bring a couple of factories back to the US. You just have to sweeten some deals. No deal. Can't really afford to spend much more money. Since the disturbance in the media, some powerful people are applying a smear campaign against us. Oh, I have a feeling I'm going to lose some seats. Okay, I don't have a majority or anything close to it anymore.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the
Never.
union
Social
makes
Security
us
isn't going anywhere.
strong.
Hyperinflation, widespread corruption. This administration has no legitimacy, says Fox News. Spending without revenues is a recipe for disaster. Even socialist governments need to balance the books. True. It's curious how tax audits for the rich have been declining. Why don't we increase them? It's not where the money is. Do it. I can't wrap my budget anymore without Congress. Farmers can't fix their own tractors. It's uncommon, but somewhat honorable. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's a shame medical research came to a halt because you killed all the healthcare industry's profits. It's already publicly funded. About 70% tax on earnings above 10 million. That's what we used to do until the 70s. Oh, I wish I could do that. But just don't have the support. Monsanto controls near about all seeds. Reform patents. Yes. Publicly condemn communism. Communism is complex versus communism is bad. Communism is complex. This is awkward. We'd like to escort you out of this office. Any danger? Mobs outside. Also, we formed a special military commission to decide to depose you. My apologies. No! Oh no, you've been overthrown. It was a military coup. Who knew America can topple its own government? We're really good at toppling others, I guess, but wow. Well, I made it farther in the game than I expected, so I guess I can't complain too much. So that was Democratic Socialism Simulator. Again, it's just one of the 1,600 plus games available as part of Itch's bundle for racial justice and equality. I encourage everyone, check that out, give it a look, consider picking it up. That's a lot of games for a minimum donation of $5, going to some great causes along the way. Democratic Socialism Simulator is just one of those, and honestly, I had a lot of fun with it. Again, as someone who teaches a course called Politics and Video Games, I think that certainly there's a lot of interesting things a student might want to write about a game like this, how their decision-making maybe reflected real-world politics and the ways in which it certainly by necessity had to simulate some of those aspects and simplify them along the way. But for now, thanks for those who watched along. This was a fun game. I'm glad that I had a chance to play it, and maybe I'll revisit it sometime and see if I can try a different playthrough. Maybe I'll see what a fiscally responsible version looks like, or try to go with a little bit more of a moderate, slower paced result, because on that one, I kind of went hard left and didn't work out so well with an overthrow of my government. So, yeah, thanks again for dropping by and watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.